If you've been with me on this channel for a little while, then you know that I've been conducting a series of interviews with veteran leadership and executive coaches. I've been having these long form interviews to give you a lot of insight into the world of leadership and executive coaching and to give you ideas on how you can be a more effective coach and have a more successful practice. In this clip, I've taken a selected question and answer from one of the past interviews to give you an opportunity to reinforce an existing point if you've already watched the whole interview, or to give you an opportunity to just learn a little bit from this executive coach. If you like this question and answer and you haven't watched the whole interview, I highly recommend that you find it on this channel and do so. The job of being a CEO got tougher during the pandemic. I mean, now that we're well into it, we're celebrating the anniversary of it. I shouldn't say celebrating, but recognizing the anniversary of it,
Right.
and hopefully celebrating because we're moving past it soon. What do you think are the traits that CEOs need to embody now to lead their companies through the next phase?
Yeah, well, one of the big things that I'm talking about, thinking about, writing about is flexible leadership. We've gone from what was, what normal used to be to completely remote and virtual. And now as we enter the next phase, companies are looking at how do they do the next phase, and what it really requires from CEOs, but from all leaders really, is the ability to be flexible, the ability to realize and really shift away from the mindset of, if I can see you, that means you're working. This is going to be a big challenge, I think, especially for traditional companies. I mean, I'm seeing it in hospitality and retail. And if I don't see you, you must not be working. That's a huge, that's a total, whatever is against equity and inclusiveness, that's it. So that's a big piece. Is CEOs are really going to have to find their adaptability, to find their flexibility is just the best way I can think of saying it. Is you have to be, your mind has to be able to flex right and left and really see things differently than we have before. The other piece is communication. Right now with all my clients, communicating more content, more frequently, and more personalness, I guess is the word I've been using. You got to bring a personality to your delivery, because everybody has gone through something and continue to go through something that has just been monumental. There was no playbook. There still isn't. And it really requires, I don't even want to say transparency. That's not even a thing for me. It's just, or authenticity, complete, overused buzzwords. It's really about being you and having that be exactly who you want to be.
So being flexible, being adaptive, being more personal, and understanding that everybody's going through something. These are themes that I hope leaders are recognizing and embracing, and also that you bring up this important point of being able to get over the fact that because you can't see them, they must be working. Hopefully they're still working. This idea, I know for some leaders is very challenging because they love to walk through the office and see everybody and feel the buzz and the energy in the air of a busy office. And that's just not what we're going to see for some time in the near future. And you have to accept that.
Well, and I think it's a really important piece because it comes down to trust. But it really has less to do with your employees and more to do with your own awareness. And I'm talking about a CEO's awareness of why don't you trust? That's something you really have to explore, because I know that it has a lot more to do with the CEO than it has to do with employees. So, we've been out of our comfort zone. We've been, way far over our skis, and we're not really going to bounce back, I don't think. I think we just have to come up with new ways to think about things, new frameworks in our mind. And yeah, I mean, another buzzword that I have to say, but I don't use very often, is empathy, right? I don't use it because I look at it as integrity. I know not everybody has it, but the simplest way to say it is just care more. Just care more.